Hi, this is Keith All and welcome back. Today's tutorial is going to be multifunctional, where we're going to learn about index and match and conditional formatting along with data validation. And basically what you're looking at here is I got this data set over here towards the right. And as you can see, I have multiple different performance data for each sales rep. And what I want to do is I want to build an individual table over here using index and match and conditional formatting in that, where when the user selects a certain performance data, as you can see here, these values here will change. And also I'm going to be using a sales rep drop down data validation list just to show you that whatever data I bring back here does match up with what's over here on the right. So if I go ahead and select this, it'll change the person's name. It'll select the person's name, and you will be able to validate what's being selected over here for particular sales or performance data. This data over here, sales rep, is in a different order than what you see over here. So that's why there's a gap between here. So anyways, let's go to a different tab to see how we can build this out. So let's go over here to here. So first of all, what we want to do is whenever we select a certain performance data, meaning any one of these columns over here to the right, we want to first update this column with whatever is selected up here. Easy way to do that. Well, let's first select do a data validation list. So shortcut key is Alt A for data ribbon, and then VV for data validation. And now let's select list, and let's click on here, and we want to select the list over here, which is right here. Select that and press OK. Now if you look over here, we have a unique list of the column headers that I selected over here. So now, since we have that, let's set this column header equal to whatever's selected over here. So we're going to select equal, select this cell, press enter, and now you have whatever we select is going to show up over here. Let's increase this width over here. Okay, so now we have that. Now let's also select a unique list of sales reps name, and we could use another data validation for that. So let's go over to Alt A V V, and then let's select list, and we want a unique list over here. Okay, now if we now we got the unique list over here. Now in this particular instance, every name is unique anyways, but even if they weren't unique, Microsoft Office 365, when you do a data validation list, it will select whatever range that you select. It will bring back a unique list, whatever in that range. Okay, so now let's get the actual sales. So in other words, if we're looking for, well, first of all, we want to get the actual sales for each individual sales rep, and we can pull that from this data set that's over here using index and match. So we want to type in equal index, tab over. Now, what do we want to try to find? We want to try to return basically the actual sales. That's what we want to find. So all we have to do is come over here and select actual sales. We don't need to select this entire range over here because what we want to find is the actual sales. And where can we find that? Only in the actual sales column. So we want to press F4 to fix it because we want to be able to copy this all the way down. But within Microsoft 365, you'll see that it'll automatically spill the results down for you. So comma. Now we want to get the row number, meaning that we want to get the row number for this sales rep name that matches up over here. So whatever row number that is for Isabella. So we do that by using the match function. And we want to look up the value. Okay. The value that we're looking up for in this particular case is over in this column over here. And we're going to select everything, F4 to fix it. The lookup array, where are we going to find these individual entries? Well, we're going to find them over here in this data set right here. Okay, we want to fix that, F4, comma, we want an exact match, so we're going to press 0. Let's close out the match function. Now let's close out the index function and press enter. And so if we look over here, Ava Williams, okay, let's look for Ava Williams. We got 293, 316. Okay, so we know that it's working correctly. It's pulling the right values for each sales rep. Now let's come over here, and now what we want to do is whenever the user selects a particular performance rate or performance data, we want that to pull over here, but we want to also match on the sales rep. So in other words, what I'm trying to do, let's say for this first entry, we want to get the customer retention rate, which is over here in this column, for this particular sales rep. So if we look over here, sales rep for Isabella is right over here. So so we're going to be pulling 59% over here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we could do this with index and match. Again, index. Okay. Now the array selection here is going to be different to what it was over here. We want to be able to pull this information here because this information is going to change. Because as we select a particular column over here, we only want to pull back what's ever in that particular column. So we have to select this entire range here. Because the answer is going to be somewhere within this particular range. So we're going to press F4, comma. We're going to match. Okay. First of all, we're going to match on, let's see, tab over. We're going to match on the sales rep name. So the lookup value again is going to be over here. We're going to press F4 to fix it, comma. Where are we going to find this sales rep name? Well, we're going to find it over here in this data set right here. Let's scroll up and then shift down. We're also going to fix that, F4. We're going to press comma. We want an exact match. So we're going to close out this for the row number argument for index. Now we want to get the column argument. So match again, tab over. We're going to look up the value. Well, what value do we want to match up at? Well, we want to match up on whatever the user selects over here. So we're going to do this, fix that, F4, comma, where are we going to now find this selection over in this data set? So we're going to select all the column headers. Okay. We're going to also fix this, comma, 0 for exact match. Close out the match function, close out the index, press enter, and now we got that. So if we look over here, say for Isabella Davis, okay, let's find it over here. Isabella Davis right here. Okay, let's select over here. Oh, and since we have the customer retention rate selected, so we got 59% over here, and that matches up over here. Now watch what happens when we select the different performance data, sales growth. We know that this now changed. So now we want to bring back the sales growth for each individual sales rep name. So let's select Logan Brown, and let's find it over here. Logan Brown, right down here. And since we select sales growth, it finds a 2%, and that's what's over here. Now, again, since the data over here is going to change, the formatting is going to be a little bit different than what's over here. So just bear with me on that particular instance. But let's make this easier for the user to validate what's being brought back. So let's add in some conditional formatting here. So let's first get a unique, we got the unique list here, okay, Ava Williams, okay. Let's get conditional formatting for both of these. So what we want to do is, let's highlight this data right here. Let's go to Home, Conditional Formatting. We're going to set a new rule, and we're going to be using a formula. We're going to select in this area. We're going to start with the uppermost left of your data that you want to format, which is right here. Let's press F2. What we want to do is we only want to, the condition will always look in this column here first, and the row number is going to change. So let's press F4. So we fix the column but not the row, equal to, what do we want this to equal to? Well, we want it to equal to this selection here, and that's going to stay fixed. So when we change the value in here, that's when the conditional formatting will take place. Now let's format it to whatever we want. We want to bold the text, okay? Let's fill the background of the cell to, let's say, this color. Press enter, press OK. And now we got that. So we know that Ava Williams is now selected. Let's select Jacob Davis. We know now the conditional formatting is working the way that we expect it to. So as we change the sales rep name, it's going to highlight the sales rep row in this data set here. Now let's also add conditional formatting over here. So we want to select this data set here. Let's go up to conditional formatting, new rule. We want to also use a formula. Let's enter in the formula. Now we want to format, let's select the uppermost left of the range that you want to format, which I already selected. It's going to be here. Again, we only want to fix the column but not the row. Let's press F4. We fix the column. It's going to equal to whatever value that we select over here. That's going to remain fixed. Let's format it. Let's use the same color scheme, and then the font is going to be bold. Click OK, press OK, and now you can see Emma Jones is selected. So let's go over here, select a different name. And so we know that Sylvia Rodriguez, so we know that both conditional formatting is working the way that we want it to. So now this is a visual representation It's easier for you to check what's being selected up here and what's being brought back into this column. So as you can see, for the sales growth data and for the sales rep, Sophia, okay, we know that the sales growth over here is going to be 8%, and that's what it is over here, 8%. Again, this formatting is different than that. So just bear with that. So let's select something else. Let's do the average deal size. So we know that average deal size now is being brought back over here into this column. For Sophia, it's being selected. The average deal size is 5619 and matches up over here. Let's select a different name. Let's go over Noel. Both is being selected. The average deal size for Noel is 14,947, and that's what's being brought back here. So hopefully this tutorial gave you an idea how you could use conditional formatting, index and match, and also data validation lists to build a certain matrix where you could look up data and verify it and highlight certain elements that you want highlighted. Again, I want to thank you for stopping by today. Please subscribe to this channel so you can always be updated when a new video gets uploaded. And also please like and share to help with the YouTube algorithm so this video gets out to more people so they could learn this information about Excel and various different functions. Again, thank you. You have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.